Gentlemen, boys and girls, here we are, game number 2 of the day. Coming at you, we got the SkinCoin WCA event. Continuing coverage, of course, SFTe-sports up 1-0 over HellRaisers currently
10 seconds
in this best of 3. I'm BreakyCPK, joined by ZrRock here.
5 seconds
and
remaining.
We're seeing something off the bat that it's as odd as this is the first time we're going to see Necro and Lich today. And what is our 5th game overall, because again, we had a best of 3 before this that went 3 games. We didn't see either of those heroes, surely enough. Granted, they were banned, but still.
HellRaisers,
it's crazy that it took us to a game 5, or the 5th game of the day to see that here. But anyways, here, we already got some interesting stuff happening. The Enigma 2nd pick, and now the Rubik coming out for SFT. But wow, that's an early Enigma.
Yeah. And you had 2 choices here if you were SFT. You could have either gone Rubik and go for the big steals, or if you were fine having a 4 roll that's not a traditional 4, you could have gone Silencer and just globaled the black hole every time. They're looking to go for the counterplay. This shows a lot of confidence in what they're looking to do here.
Turn to ban.
If he doesn't get a big steal at some point in the game, either on Hole or on Reaper Scythe, this pick is going to look really clunky. He's still good in other ways. The aura that he presents can actually save someone from Reapers a lot of times in just subtly giving you that extra bit of resist.
10 seconds
but
remaining.
They're going to not have any real roaming pressure on the side of SFT.
5
and we're going to have to see if that comes back to bite them at all.
Yeah, especially going up against a more of a greedier pick in Enigma, you could argue that in that off lane, if he's able to just at least stay alive, can transition to the jungle, pretty effectively. He's one that you're going to have to worry for. Now, obviously, they could eventually get some great black hole stoppers. I mean, hell, Rubik himself, of course, for stealing the black hole's nice. And we see that, a bit happens when we happen to see Enigma. But as we always go back to, the presence, the idea of the black hole is sometimes even scarier than the actual black hole itself. So it's still going to be something to look out for. And you want to be careful overdoing it if you're SFT. But a hero that comes to mind, Clockwork off the bat, and off-lane Clockwork would be in this case if they wanted to pick it up as kind of that stopper. Do you think that would be a good pick, and a reason why it wouldn't be?
I'd rather see them focus more on win lanes and then win game, like as a big tempo idea. I could even be down with something like a Tidehunter, just some big AoE R button that they can use to zone people off towers, and then you grab some pushing cores like that Dragon Knight that they had last game.
Okay, the Tidehunter would be fun to see. Always like me some Ravages coming out.
I mean, if we're gonna have Enigma, we might as well have Tidehunter.
Yeah.
We'll just go back to old TI1, TI2 meta.
Remaining.
Some solid response there in that hero. But
5
Wraith
seconds
King
remaining.
ban from HellRaisers was interesting there with the Phantom Lancer prior to that.
HellRaisers, turn to pick.
There is a hero on the board though in Chaos Knight that comes to mind. He was not banned in this matchup here, so I could see it being picked up by Illidan again. Is there a reason why it wouldn't be good here so far?
I'm sorry, what was that? I was too busy looking at TI1 heroes.
Really going back there.
Yeah, there was only 46 heroes in the game at that point.
God, yeah, that's so crazy, man. But no, I was saying that Chaos Knight is still open, and I'm wondering if SFT could maybe snatch that up here. Is there a reason why they wouldn't?
There's a lot of percent-based damage already on HellRaisers. You have Necro with the Aura, you have Enigma with the Midnight Pulse. That can chop through a late-game Chaos Knight's HP pool quite a bit, but... And it's a little risky into a Necro, because he can usually get Ghost Shroud off. I don't mind it here if that's like the carry of choice for them, if that's what they want to play. But I don't think it's particularly good into this lineup. I'd say it's actually a little bad into this draft.
5 seconds remaining.
All right, well, so that's perhaps why HellRaisers left it open, of course. Almost trying to bait them into that idea, but SFTe-sports, I'm sure, picking up on that same information. Just a matter how comfortable they really do feel with that hero. But they're going to have to go up against an Earth Spirit now as well, as HellRaiser gets that for themselves. And HellRaiser still needs their 5 support, so it's going to be a little bit later on of a pick for them.
I guess SFT's either going to go Bloodseeker or Jug. Like, they're both pretty good here. Bloodseeker's just fairly solid into this entire lineup so far. And Jug is a natural diffusal buyer, puts out a decent amount of damage, has an alternate way to damage Necro during Ghost Shroud. I think both of those would be well-rounded options for them.
Diffusals on both those heroes strong, so always nice to have against the Necrophos. Yeah, they're thinking about something, though. Again, they still need really all their cores. You figure Rubik and Lich are going to take care of their 4 and 5 spots, of course. So what goes well here? You gave Juggernaut Blood Seeker. Add some options. They could go Chaos Knight still if they just feel comfortable with the hero, but
turn to pick.
Monkey.
That works too.
we've seen a little bit of seen a little bit of Monkey King recently as well.
Yep, been seeing him a lot as a carry. I have to imagine this is going to be more of the same there. It limits the pool of offlaners that HellRaisers can use so much. Like, you have to then make the call, are you going to have essentially 3 solo lanes and then Enigma as a jungler with Earth Spirit? Or are you going to try to offlane Enigma into Monkey King? Because that sounds miserable.
That wouldn't be too fun. You think of the Enigma wouldn't do too well there?
I mean, I just think as soon as he gets 1 level in Primal Spring so he can get on top of your face, it's really hard. Because you don't max Malefice first, so you don't have the stun really to peel him off. That's a good reaction pick, though, because that would be something that could rotate down. Couple that with the Eidolon damage, you could definitely do enough damage to burst the Monkey King out before he gets to 4 hits.
Brings even more building push as well with the Rasta wards. You got Enigma, of course, for that too. With the minions. Phoenix gonna come out. That's an off-lane Phoenix. And
all right,
I think we saw them run it earlier in the event too, I want to say. I don't know if you were casting with me, but I'm pretty sure we saw Nikwa Phoenix.
Yeah, I think I was in that game with you.
Were you? Okay, maybe you were.
SFT, I think, needs the Van Dragon Knight here. They don't have a great answer to it. They're really lacking damage to bring down the big tanky Dragon Knight if he does go that kind of build, and it would just supplement this HellRaisers lineup even more. It's good push, it's good front line.
They banned Troll instead.
I really like Dragon Knight here. I think it's just nuts for HellRaisers.
10 seconds remaining.
Also, the Phoenix Egg
5
seems
seconds
like
remaining.
there's a lot to, take it down with minions, especially the wards, the Shadow Shaman, Enigma, his own minions on top of that. So is that a concern, you think, for the Phoenix pick?
It's not the end of the world. Rasta, like, Shadow Shaman's probably not using wards explicitly to kill the egg, so you can kind of place the egg a little bit differently. And other than Necro, the heroes are very short range, and Necro himself has a very slow attack time. If you're SFT, though, you need some control. Like, Topson Invoker would be perfect here.
Yeah, that's the Qualifier Invoker.
You need more peel. You need more ways for Monkey King to get good Wukong's commands off, to get to his 4 stacks, ways to get the egg to pop.
Turn to pick.
Ooh. That's not necessarily a lot of control. Wow.
Choose your hero.
They're like, oh,
They knew
thank
what they
God.
wanted.
And it happens to be very good into Medusa, right? So they really like that pick. With the anti-mage.
So Topson's on the Monkey King.
Yeah. So a mid Monkey King?
Could be. We've seen them swap a little bit here and there, where Topson's played like carries in the off lane, carries in the safe lane before. He's moved around a little bit, but generally his big thing is he likes a 1v1 matchup. So I'm wondering if they're not going to just have him solo Enigma.
And just put Medusa then in the middle lane, which you
And then
usually would expect more.
Yeah. So there is a way Medusa can kind of answer the anti-mage through itemization. You don't go stuff like Scotty and get a huge mana pool and double your health that way. You go things like a Dragonlance into a very early Butterfly, like Dragonlance Yasha Butterfly, where you keep your mana pool low, you get yourself evasion ASAP, and you kind of just play it more as a high DPS kind of glass cannon Medusa. But that's very, very risky when you don't have any AoE stuns, really. You have Boundless Strike, and that's about it. Yeah, it looks really hard for Illidan to live in this game.
By the way, too, we're mentioning on the side of SFT maybe swapping up the player roles a little bit, but same thing on HellRaiser side, actually. Kaiser's on the anti-mage. Normally they're mid player.
For battle.
He's playing the AM, and then 3/3, of course, on Necrophos here. Playing on him. And not that that's that crazy necessarily, but again, it's worth pointing out, I think, when it comes to those. Oh, let me switch the overlay. There we go. We are good. Yeah, both teams doing a little bit of a switch up, or perhaps comfort factor as well.
Yeah, possibly. By the way, admire Pablo's Rubik's set. This is a $400 Rubik's set.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I know I've seen it before.
Yeah, it's insanely expensive.
It does look pretty cool. I was actually looking at the anti-mage set. I'm kind of disappointed.
This was the ultra rare out of the Winter Battle Pass last year, I think.
30 seconds.
Oh, the anti-mage one?
No, the Rubik.
Oh, Rubik, okay. Those are the ones that kind of stood out. Enigma's pretty decked out, too. So they got
anti-mage stuff super cheap.
Cheapskate. So Medusa is setting up in the safe lane, actually. It will be a Monkey King middle for now. Remember, Monkey King does have the Lich, although Lich is actually going to deny for the bottom lane first.
The battle
and
begins.
Monkey King into Necro is weird. Ghost Shroud can be huge, but it has to be used as a reactionary tool. You basically need to Ghost Shroud the Boundless Strike, otherwise Monkey King has the lead in this lane. Especially if he runs himself out like early Orb of Venom, early Phase Boots. Something that just lets him stick to the Necro to get to that 4 stacks. So a lot of this is going to be on Milan to peel Thompson off a little bit, apply some pressure. Because that's the one thing they have. You don't really have a 4 roll on the side of SFT that can roam well. You don't have an Earth Spirit, a Night Stalker, a Nyx.
They do have Lich sitting at the bottom lane, and here's that row middle lane, though. Thompson got the hero blocking coming out. The Orb of Venom attacks. Gonna force him back, pop some regen. But yeah, Monkey King, no doubt, is going to have a pretty difficult time here, you feel like.
Until Earth Spirit leaves. Once Milan leaves, I think he'll be fine.
Well, he's going to head towards bottom now, so yeah, Monkey King, maybe some room opening up.
One of those things Monkey King just has to wait. He gets so much better at level 2, level 4. Every time he gets a couple more points in Jingu and Boundless, he's just going to start slamming this Necro.
God. They tried to keep Lich close enough. That was a max range Shackles right there. And the barrel roll came in just a little bit later on. It connected, but by then, Lich was enough distance to survive. But you can see they want to try to take advantage of him being down here and have what's essentially a defensive tri-lane.
Pablo's just jungling in the enemy jungle. This is great. He wants to deny these camps off of Enigma.
Oh, true.
So he blocked one out with a ward. He killed the other one.
He's going to spawn again, obviously. 2 minutes at least it went unblocked, but might as well take some farm for himself. But yeah, Sexy Bamboo, he has a lane pretty far pushed up in his favor, so he's even level 3 now. Seems like it's actually an all-right start for him, and that's a bottom lane kill on Aniqua.
First blood. That should help.
So that one there, I'm guessing the Shackles, though, locking him in place, and they indeed chased him down. I guess he couldn't Icarus dive away. He used it, but maybe in an awkward position.
For the day.
You might have Boulder Smash the dive, too. It's pretty telegraphed.
Gonna go on him again a little bit. Apply some pressure at least. Barrel roll, Boulder Smash connects, but a little bit too deep there.
Invisibility.
To make a play, but yeah, they're not afraid to play aggressive at this bottom lane against the Lich Phoenix. Does Lich maybe need to think about rotating? Because, yeah, it almost seems like he's a...
They're slowing down AM, though. Like, AM's only got 7 CS to Medusa's 13.
True.
So, as long as they don't die too often or make sure they're not dying to the AM, I think they're getting what they want out of it.
Ooh, Pablo. He's sitting down here with an Invis.
I think he just goes mid. If he gets a lift on the Necro, they potentially have kill pressure there. Like, there's so little kill pressure with a Medusa on Enigma.
That's what I was thinking,
You're just not going to do much.
Seems almost like a waste that he's using that Invis at the top, but he does it does eventually wear off. He's still in the area. They know Enigma's nearby. They're going to kill off the Eidolons, though, as much as they can. But Enigma, again, his game plan, stay alive, get experience at the very least, and he's definitely doing that. He's level 4.5 already
Dire are
at this
scanning.
top lane, so proven to work out pretty effectively so far. As anti-mage, the creep score is going up a little bit now that Fiery Spirit caused an issue, but Nikwa, again, no
Radiant's
Icarus
bottom
dive.
tower is under attack.
Went a little bit too far up right there. Wait, did he activate it, but he got blocked?
Yeah, Boulder
Okay,
Smash.
so that's what's happening. That's what you mentioned earlier. Okay.
I mean, that skill is just super good into Phoenix because it can be an almost instant stun if you're in melee range.
A couple of kills on him. Yeah, that's a nice spawn. The Arcane Rune comes up, and our Spirit will get away easily. How's the middle doing at least? 22? No, 23 and 6. What's up?
Yeah, so I mean, it's a dead even matchup, and that's after the help from Earth Spirit here. This is one of those things. Thompson's going to do just fine here, and has the Orb of Venom, and once he gets his phase boots out, I'm expecting him to play super aggressive.
We have seen a bit of that Battle Fury a couple of times at least coming out from Monkey Kings, but again, in this case, I don't think that's going to be happening here.
Not with somebody as farm heavy as a Medusa on your team.
No.
You got to just plan to be the Space Maker. I'm expecting stuff like Shadow Blade, Echo Saber, Diffusal.
On the point of Medusa, what does she go for? Is the Lincoln's good this game, or?
I mean, as I was saying, it depends how scared she is of AM. If you're really terrified of getting mana voided, you go Dragonlance Yasha. Maybe finish it out into a Manta, and then you go Butterfly.
Into Mage, again, the Fiery Spirit's harassing a little bit, but Phoenix continuing to be not too afraid to still go up, but sacrifice on Lich. It's remaining level 1 for the time being. Is using that, though, constantly. As this ward was seen being placed here in the middle lane, by the way, by the ward that was previously placed by HellRaisers. So I wonder if they're going to address that. The barrel roll misses. The Boulder Smash does connect. Reaper Scythe is ready to go, but the Boundless Strike will stop that. Ooh, that was pretty clutch right there from Thompson. If he doesn't get off that Boundless Strike, I think he's probably dead. So.
Yeah, at the same time, if 3-3 wasn't level 6, Thompson turns that into a double kill. Like, look at the XP lead Thompson's generated here.
Bit of advantage over Necro, yeah.
He's about a half level, and it's going to be close to a full level by the time this all dies. I just feel like one rotation from Rubik, and this could be kills in the mid lane.
Well, Lich is coming in. He only has Frost Blast, though. It's level 1. Not going to be that scary. Monkey King maxed out Jingu. Barrel in, going really aggressive here. They really want this kill. Thompson, Boundless Strike, just keeps on running. Does not have the tree dance yet.
Thank you.
So unable to use that, but not necessary there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Traven and dying, but now Mountain Pablo's here on Rubik. However, now it's a bad time.
Dire's
Shrine
middle
up, but he's
tower
not going to
is
make it.
under attack.
Nope. And finally, 3-3 gets to make use of that Reaper Scythe.
And leave a
Dire's
period
structures
He's
are
been trying for a
fortified.
while.
Dire's middle tower is under
But they
attack.
do take out the Rubik with it, of course, so that's kind of the good news, though, at the same time for SFT. At least it wasn't used on the Monkey King, and now he can feel a little more comfortable. Now it's on cooldown. Positive way to look at it. Enigma, though, he's level 6 now. He has a black hole here. 700 gold saved up.
Illidan does need to be a little bit careful. If these Edelins do replicate, he has 6, he can just black hole and kill the Medusa.
I think so. Jeez. The Midnight
Like,
Pulse down.
Yeah, even without it, it'd be real close. Like, 6 Eidolons do a filthy amount of damage early game. People don't really expect the amount they're going to put out. It's essentially a hero auto-attacking at, like, 250 damage a hit.
Okay. What is the issue? Well,
I really just want to type he DC'd. Like,
DC. Yeah, we had an interesting situation in the first series today where they apparently couldn't swap their heroes, and so they kind of forced a remake without the admin even really knowing anything about it. Kind of little. Yeah, sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes somebody DCs and you kind of just have to wait it out. I think he was a player that also DC'd earlier, STST there. So clearly just having
he was back in like 2 minutes.
Hopefully a minor issue. There we go. He is back. And they give the go-ahead. All right, so watching the top lane. Yeah, Kid's kind of running at him, but you can tell Sexy Bambo has the same idea.
Kid saw this huge stack, and
Dire's
so he
middle
wants to try to
tower
apply
has
some
fallen.
pressure. Bambo really wants to get something out of this.
Wow, Topson gets a turn kill middle lane, by the way. That's Monkey King for you. I caught that at the last second. That's 3 heroes
get
running
more.
at him. And he likely could get more. One more auto attack. Yep, double kill. Maxed out Jingu.
Next time.
And
try
3-3
not
can't
to
even come
die.
into this lane until those 3 stacks are gone, or he dies too. So he's just gonna have to seed this out with Shrine.
And now Kid's dead top lane. Rubik rotates over. Medusa gets credit for the kill, so just like that. 3 to 3 all of a
So hungry
sudden.
for that stack. You just wanted some of it so badly, and in the end, all he did was set it up for Illidan.
Illidan cleans it up. 1,000 gold saved up now. Topson, by all means, has recovered here in the middle lane if he was even really that far behind. And so the
You know,
core
we may see a Mask of Madness on Medusa this game.
Okay.
It's just a huge farm accelerant. I'm trying to remember who posted. It might have been Moo. Back when Medusa started seeing play about a year ago, a bunch of people were just rushing
Radiant's
Dragonlance
top
into
tower
Yasha
is
and then
under
going
attack.
Lincolns or Dragonlance straight into Lincolns.
Are you even
And some
trying?
NA player was just like, you guys are dumb. You need to just get a mom. You farm way too slow with Dragonlance. And it did really take off because of that. It pretty much became the de facto like standard now for Medusas if you have people stacking for you.
Yeah, I mean, Mask of Madness in general is just so powerful, so that alone I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see.
And he needs a way to clear these Ancients. Like, look at these Ancient stacks they've already built up. There's a triple stack on the bottom side and a double on the top. That's essentially 1,200 gold sitting there waiting for him.
Trying to make it a quad stack. Yep, gets it. That was just pinged out by HellRaisers, though. They do have vision of that happening. So that's something that we'll see if HellRaisers can maybe try to steal for themselves
There's 2
eventually.
ways to do it. They either take a team fight there with Black Hole, or they wait until Rasta gets 6th, and then they just dump wards on the high ground. And then you can use Rasta wards to farm it.
Well, for now, it's not going to have the easy opening, of course. Monkey King's now pushing out the bottom lane. Ring of Aquila finished on him. How's Phoenix doing, by the way? 500, 600 gold saved up.
Rough.
Yeah, he's having a rough game, but slowly recovering.
Compared to Enigma, who's basically at Arcanes and almost Midas. About 500 gold shy.
Yeah, I want to say that the last time we saw Nico playing the Phoenix here, man, he actually got some really good farm, and you could
He
just
was
see,
huge.
yeah, Yule, Shivas, etc. that he had in the game. I think he even had like an Octarine core. later
And
on.
they lost, right? Like, he was that big. And I don't think
He's
they won.
mine.
I think they lost, yeah. Yes, after all of that, yeah. Because, yeah, they did lose their first series at least. Against Team Empire it was. It was 2-1, though, so they did win one of the games. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, point is, we've definitely seen that side of it, but this side is now the under-farmed, how is Phoenix going to recover style of game for the team here.
Topson's got the whole Gibu build ready. He's got 4 points in Boundless, 4 points in Jingu. If he gets to the passive, he's gonna just kill anybody. Is he one-shot AM with it, I wonder? It'd be real close.
I love this. The tree's moving around with Lich armor on it. Something suspicious here.
Frosty Tree.
Gonna say hello, but
And that's what you have to
Just
do.
want
If
any
he
of
gets to 2, then he Boundlesses you for 3, autos you for 4, and then 18 seconds later, he just Boundless strikes you again and you die.
well, not gonna give him the chance right there, at least for now. Top lane, Enigma's pushing it in.
This is just a brilliant set of rotations here from SFT.
Well, Pablo actually could be in some trouble. Nope, nice. Done with the lift right
Dire's
there.
top tower is under attack.
It looked like Malphus was coming out from Enigma. Couldn't get it off, actually. So, yeah, rotating to doing just enough defense. Supernova's ready for Phoenix as well.
They don't
Not
want to
gonna
hold this
defend.
top
Dire's
tower, though.
structures
If this
are
2-1 falls,
fortified.
it's just more space for Medusa.
Dire's top tower
Kind of a
is
positive,
under
yeah.
attack.
J4 does have wards.
Dire's top tower
Maybe they're going to
has
push
fallen.
secondary tower and try to put wards down
Radiant's
here.
bottom tower is under attack.
See if they go for that.
I mean, this has forced Kaiser all the way into mid lane. he can't stay where Thompson is. It's way too risky.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Back to
attack.
the top lane. Shadow Shaman, there you go.
Middle
Wards are
tower
put
is
down.
under attack.
Pablo, what did he steal? Just the Death Pulse. Thought he might have stole wards for a second, but no. Steals the Death Pulse from 3-3 right here. Gonna kill off those wards slowly between Lich and Rubik. Some auto attacks here, and
Radiant's bottom
you get a fair
tower
amount of
is
damage on the
under
tower. But
attack.
bottom lane, we do have a fight breaking out. Monkey King on the run. Well, they're trying to fight.
Rotations.
That's a lot of TPs. And he just walks away, actually. So they get a good amount of damage at the top tier, too, but still, nice distraction.
Pablo's rich.
Pablo's rich on Rubik. Oh, he killed all those wards.
He killed all the wards. It's like 400 gold.
We've been seeing some very farmed Rubiks lately. Oh, look at this Monkey King down here.
Radiant are scanning.
Now he runs out. Now they see him. Here we go. Gonna lift. The boulder smash is a little bit late. Wukong's command. Now he decides to cancel. It did hit Rubik. In the back lens, Hex up onto him. Stun onto Monkey King, and the Black Hole will pull him down. The Shackles locking on Rubik as well nearby. Dobson gets his balance strike off. He's running the other direction. Trying to go for the Mana Void. Juke gonna jive and go for the TP. That ain't gonna work. That was a very bold move by Dobson.
I like the
right
idea,
Dire's
though.
bottom tower is under
No,
attack.
good choice from Enigma just to slam the hole, though. There's so few ways. I've talked about this a lot. Like, saving Black Hole for a 2-3 man hole in the early game is just usually not worth it. Just get it on a core, get that kill. And
Radiant's
it's
middle
exactly what
tower
they do
is
there.
under attack.
Medusa does finish that Mask of Madness, though. Took out the top set. Oh, did she get the bottom set of Ancients? She must have. Yeah, look at that farm. Wow. 7,300 net worth all of a sudden.
Yeah, she just flew out an entire Yasha on top of them.
Okay.
She's massive.
Yeah, so while that whole distraction was going on, that must have been during the top push. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, she took over mid farm when Thompson rotated bottom, and then she went to the Ancients once that all started breaking out.
Okay. Yeah, that is showing in the farm now. Battle Fury, Anti-Mage, not here just yet. Needs the Claymore still. So, 14 minutes in, he did go the full power treads first on top of the 4-man shield. Feels like it's going to be an average game for Battle Fury.
Well,
Radiant's bottom
15
tower
with
is
treads
under
is,
attack.
is average in an uncontested game. With the pressure he was under, though, that is actually fairly impressive. But he does have 2 kills to his name as well. That kind of made up for the problems he had in laning phase.
Okay.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, helped right there. Phoenix top lane. Hannah Midas is almost
Radiant's
finished. He
bottom
wants to get it
tower
right here.
is under attack.
There you go. He's going to pick it up, but now he needs to get
Gonna
out.
use it before he dies? Ooh.
Oh, barrel roll the
Radiant's
wrong
bottom
way, and
tower
Phoenix
has
gets out.
fallen.
But yeah, now he's sitting with a static Hannah Midas. Come on, man. Fight a creep. Let's go.
TikTok.
Oh, he's going to need to wait for
Nah,
spawns.
the hard camp's up.
By the time it's... Yeah, okay, he's going to go over there. Take out the Hellbear Smasher. Booyah. All right, so he finally gets it. And let Phoenix now start to farm up as well. Of course,
Radiant's
level 10 is
middle
really
tower
important for
is
him,
under
too. The
attack.
20% experience gain talent. So his levels can start adding up. Look at Rubik just split pushing the bottom lane all the way over here. And hey, Rasta's on the other side.
Interesting that he's not going Force or Blink. Generally, when there's a huge spell stealable skill like Rasta Wards, Enigma Black Hole, Reaper Scythe, you'll see him go with some type of movement items so he can try to grab those more consistently. Maybe he's just thinking he can always have AM Blink and then use that. That's a thing.
Yep, Nikwa
You
wanted to do what he could to defend the tower, but obviously backfires. Nice catch there,
There's,
so another Reaper Scythe.
Yeah, and there's a Veil on Necro, and he's already got a Force Staff. I mean, this game just has been so fast. Honestly, everybody in this game is starting to farm exceptionally quickly. Your Enigma has a Midas. The Necro is huge.
Thompson, he's running now. They did get the kill on a Rubik, or get the kill onto a Rasta. Rubik's running.
Dire's
Kid,
top tower is
however,
under
able to
attack.
find him and catch up to him. Thompson does
Radiant's
escape, though.
structures are fortified.
So an eye for an eye there.
Still profitable there for SFT because Wards got committed.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
God, this Medusa has been unaddressed. I know Anti-Mage is kind of scary as well when it comes to just letting him farm. Look at this. I love it, man. The Wukong's command will go off, actually. They're going to go on a 3-3.
Radiant's
Maybe not
middle
fully,
tower
just more so
Pressure.
zone him out. Okay. Secure the tower.
And this is a great Medusa build in the game with an AM. You just went S and Y, so it doesn't increase your mana pool, but it's still
True.
fighting stats. Now I would say it's either like Butterfly or it's something really risky like Daedalus or MKB.
Okay.
Maybe Diffusal. You might be able to get away with it.
What would the benefits of Diffusal be this game for the Necro?
It's a good amount of agi, so it's good damage, and yeah, purging off Ghost Shroud.
Monkey King. Okay, he's going to, he had the Shadow Blade queued up earlier. Now he has the Echo Saber.
Radiant's top tower.
Almost
He's struggling
finished.
to get to 4 stacks, and when you go this kind of build, you really need to.
That's a Stone Gaze use. Malphus was on the Medusa here, but Milan, rolls in. Boulder Smash ready. Oh, he runs into it, actually. Thought he was going to the right. He went to the left, and now Odin's in trouble. Black Hole is here, just in case. He probably would be surprised if they commit it. It's not necessary, though. Reaper Scythe will secure this, and a fine Medusa finally. He is dead for 70 seconds at 17.5 minutes. Oh, my gosh.
Level 2 Reapers and an overfarm Medusa.
Wow. All right, well, he's going to be out for a while. So if you're the Dire team, you definitely don't want to be picking fights right now.
Coin for me.
And the Stone Gaze obviously wasn't enough to keep Medusa alive early. It was a good job by Milan getting in there on the Earth Spirit even. So talking about Thompson, he does have the Echo Saber now finished. And he's level 13, and they're going to smoke up, it seems like. Yeah, here we go. Who will they find?
Maybe at AM, but that's actually a really hard kill for them. Their only
Radiant
CC is
are
Rubik
scanning.
Lift.
Dire's top tower is
Oh,
under
they'll settle
attack.
for Earth Spirit. And Rubik, he's just going to... Well, he's still around, but as you mentioned, they don't really have the hardest crowd control. So he'll TP out now. As is Yasha, though.
Like, their lineup's actually pretty bad at skirmishing around like this. As I said, they only have the Rubik Lift for crowd control, but their team fight is pretty good because you have Chain Frost, you have Stone Gaze, Wukong's Command. Thompson's stunned.
Yeah, J4's in trouble. Middle lane, meanwhile, Medusa auto attacks to finish him off. Speaking of Thompson, he's fine down here for now. Blink, though, Enigma has the Black Hole. Cannot find the chance, though.
Dire's top tower
Anti-Mage
is
split
under
push in the
attack.
top lane. So the Manta style looking pretty good as far as the timing goes now. Phoenix will push it back out. Phoenix just going to go right into a Shiva's here. Follow the hand of Midas.
Radiant's middle tower
I would've
is
thought a
under
pipe.
attack.
Pipe this game, yeah? Yeah, seems like it'd be pretty good, actually. Even against Mana Void. Potentially there, so... Yeah, that's actually a good point, because armor is not necessarily something that you think you're going to need until, like, really the late game, especially when the anti-mage is very farmed, of course.
Yeah, it's pretty much just AM and Rasta wards, and Shadow Shaman wards are mostly going to be hitting buildings.
God, but Thompson just
It
loves
does give
that.
them a form of like pseudo crowd control in team fights though. Just Shivas and Phoenix diving in, just a blanket AoE slow. Thompson
Oh,
caught.
yeah, he was hanging around too long. I saw him, he was doing the mischief again, toying with him a little bit. And he hung around there too long, and they find him. Obviously, they got great clear on the trees.
Oh, Midnight Pulse is so good at that.
Yeah. He almost got the Wukong's command off. But if he gets that off, who knows what happens. But yeah, he didn't. Medusa's still to here, though. Stone Gaze is ready. Sends out the Mystic Snake. Thompson has about 35 seconds before he's going to be back up even. But again, Anti-Mage isn't here, so if they do break it in a skirmish, it would be a 4 versus 4 right now. Although the Radiant side, they're not committing to anything. Milan's hanging out nearby. Medusa's going to port top, though.
She
And
did pick up an
deter
Eagle
Anti-Mage.
Song, so it is going to be Butterfly.
Yeah, she did.
Yay.
You're happy to be right.
Happy for intelligent
Dire's
itemization.
bottom
How about
tower
that?
is
There
under
you go.
attack.
Ooh, bottom, Phoenix. All right, actually turning now. Milan overstepping a little bit, trying to maybe set up a tower kill, but he's going to die for this. Chain Frost, okay. That was used. Magnetize came out in response. Sneak was going in. Uh-oh. That's not what he wanted. He wanted a supernova right here. There. He finally gets it off because of the Boundless Strike. The Wukong's command. J4 goes down, and Necrophos gets lifted up, though. Supernova finally falls down. 3-3 Ghost Shroud up. That Sunray going to be canceled
There's no
pretty
mana
quickly.
for Hole.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he can't do it if he wanted to. He has Mana Boots
Radiant's
coming
top
up, but even
tower
with
is
that,
under attack.
I guess that should be just barely enough.
Dire's middle tower
No chance,
has
though.
fallen.
Meanwhile, top tower, Medusa's pushing it. You do see middle tower going down in favor of Kaiser, though, so both carries on either side taking advantage of a little bit of distraction there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Anti-Mage is
And
just
AM
farming
obviously
the
does
jungle.
this. Yeah, he does this a lot more effective than Medusa. Just being able to clear so much more ground, able to move between lanes and grab extra CS. Even going for Medusa's Ancients.
Rude.
Double down on
Has to give up,
sorcery.
though, because the cancer creep's there.
Go Ancient Prowler Shaman. Everyone's favorite. Alright, Medusa's going to be able to kill it, though, pretty easily. And that butterfly should be finished pretty quickly right here. Rubik, what are you doing? It's a bold move, Rubik. Thompson, this is also a bold move. Yeah, they are going to fall back. They didn't necessarily know they were right there, but they see them eventually with the ward. And they decide it's best to fall back here. So, good
Generally,
decision.
when I see a Medusa, you feel like the end game is going to be a little better for SFT. But in this kind of case, Phoenix doesn't scale exceptionally well. Lich definitely doesn't scale well. I really want SFT to kind of hit the go button as soon as this Shadow Blade's picked up on Thompson and this Butterfly on Illidan.
Well, Thompson, they do have Lich, obviously, with the armor on the towers also helping deter HellRaisers from actually getting objections.
I object.
Objectives, I guess is the word I was looking for. Objections. That makes no sense. What's that one fun fighting character? What is it? Phoenix Wright? He objects all
Ace
the time.
Attorney?
Yeah. They're all TP now here in the bottom lane. Medusa's like, all right, I'm ready to fight. No one wants to play, though. That butterfly finished, so as you pointed out, kind of hit that button. Trying to make some plays now. Shiva's almost finished on Phoenix, and I mean, there is a fair point to bring up that, yes, so maybe armor's not going to necessarily be that useful, but Shiva's on Phoenix with the Icarus diving in, and the effect is sure nice, but I still think there's argument to be made that whether or not that's still the best value item on him, in this game at least.
I wonder if they're ever going to
Radiant's bottom
fix
tower is under
Shiva's
attack.
and the way it works. How it, like, as it expands, things in the middle still get hit. So if you go, like, Shiva's and then you blink at the very end of it.
Oh, top lane.
though.
Radiant's
Yeah, they're
bottom
jumping on a
tower
ribbon. They're
has
going to
fallen.
explode him right off the bat. Manta style committed to that.
Such sorcery
More
shall
TP's happening, though. Wards are down from Rasta. Monkey King jumps in. Black Hole is ready for Enigma with a BKB, by the way. They locked on Thompson. Malphus, he popped the shrine. Meanwhile, Phoenix is going to die without doing a damn thing. Reaper side thanks to that. And there's the Black Hole that they're looking for. They catch Lich on Monkey King. Medusa's walking over this whole time, by the way. He did not have a TP on him. He finally joins the party, but clearly the damage is done right here in favor of HellRaisers. Not having a TP, so crucial right there.
Yeah, double buybacks committed, and they're going to get nobody out of this whole thing.
Oh, they try to find 3-3, but nope. A little bit too far, and it ports out. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, where is Medusa?
If you don't have a TP on Illidan, don't you just play that a little different? Like,
Just push.
You put Thompson way back careful and Medusa splits, yeah, and Thompson just tries to break TPs with Boundless. I mean, it ended up so bad for them, and I don't see any situation where that doesn't go poorly.
Yeah. And now that go time for the Dire side. It's feeling like it's going to be rougher and rougher as we progress here. Anti-Mage, of course, his own butterfly is even coming. Enigma, we talked about the BKB as he showed off right there, too. It wasn't even necessary, really, but they don't have a stopper, do they? I mean,
Not
need
for
BKBs.
Supernova exploding would do it, but
Oh, well.
that's a
Yeah.
little hard to execute.
Good luck.
And
Dire's
Stone
bottom
Gaze
tower
will do
is
it as
under
well.
Okay. Wait, what the hell did I just see?
Dire's
I
bottom
saw
tower has fallen.
somebody had an item that was a little bit... Oh, okay, it's a Shadow Blade. Thought it was going to be a Battle Fury for a second, being made by Monkey King now, too, but no. Clean more into the Shadow Blade here. So we'll have that soon enough as well, but Medusa hasn't really been able to find that fight since getting that butterfly, and may find it here as Anti-Mage's trying to steal the Ancients, but they don't really have the best burst for taking out Anti-Mage. He even finishes off the creeps a little bit, blinks out with a Manta style, Boulder Smash through, and Kaiser will continue to blink to safety. 3-3, can they at least catch him? No. Don't want to chase after Necrophos. It's a smart decision. Medusa will take the rest of the Ancients.
This is just like repercussions of picking no 4-roll and a Phoenix as your offlaner. They're lacking control so badly, and it's just coming back to bite them. Even if they find someone off alone, they're struggling to kill them.
Shiva's still not finished on Nikwa. That's what's been underwhelming for me too. Is that going this item? It's a very rough build-up item.
Well, and he went to Fire Spirits DPS too. They feel like they need it to hold, so he doesn't have that extra GPM talent Phoenixes usually see at level 15.
Ah, good point. That would help do that, actually. So he finally finishes it, though. And now he actually has an axe queued up. Okay. That'll be interesting to see that come into play. There's the more scepter attacks needed. Pablo. He's fine. He's just having fun in the middle lane, trying to finish his own Blink Dagger. Enigma sitting on 2,400 gold. Like to go a plethora of items. And Anti-Mage, of course, now is the Basher into Abyssal Blade. Pretty routine stuff here.
Dire's top barracks are under
Up
attack.
the AM.
Once he gets the Abyssal, I mean, there's almost no one he can't just 1v1.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
So the saving grace, I think, for SFTe is that they do have a Lich, just spamming armor on the buildings.
Dire's
Yeah, but
top
that will
shrine
naturally
Lich
slow
is
them.
level 11. It's not even max armor yet. Like, this is the lowest level Lich I think I've ever seen this late into the game.
What are we, like 20.5 minutes? Yeah, the net worth as well is not the friendliest for him. We will see Liches sometimes go the Hand of Midas, and that definitely helps him recover quite a bit. But in this game, not the case. He is struggling.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Still
under
even
attack.
level 3 armor. I assume next level he'll probably get Chain Frost actually.
Dire are scanning.
And then Ice Armor level 4 at 13. But Top's in bottom lane, keeping the pressure up. He will TP out, but that's because Roshan's happening.
It's already gone.
They do not have vision. They're coming over, but it's going to be a little bit too late.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Kaiser picks it up. And they're going to smoke elsewhere now. Medusa almost has a MKB finish, so the Medusa continues to top the charts in net worth, despite not a lot of fighting going on. So they really
The
want.
thing is, when you lack good crowd control, the enemy gets to pick and choose when they fight. They never have to face check this Medusa and like
Dire's
eat a full
middle
stone
tower
gaze or
is
anything,
under attack.
because there's nothing keeping them there.
Look at Anti-Mage, speaking of lack of crowd control, he's just so confident he can just jump in on top of a Phoenix and start killing the racks, knowing that they can't do anything really. I mean, the lift happens, but zero follow-up. And he blinks away. So kind of goes back to the draft too, and they snap pick the Anti-Mage, and it just happened to be decent value against Medusa, but something tells me no matter what that hero was, they were going for it because they possibly saw what you're saying here. The lack of locked in already, no matter what, was going to be a pretty damn good pickup. He finds Pablo. He just dies. No Abyssal Blade even necessary there. Just too much damage before he can react.
And there goes their only targetable stun, like their only real good stun.
We got aim cutting the creep wave on the tier 2 tower. Rasta's pushing it in to eventually rejoin the team. So it's going to be the game of having to hold if you're SFT here. Medusa is very farmed to do so. But Kaiser jumps in and finishes off at least the ranged racks up top. And now he's going for the melee. Of course, the black hole is ready. Got to be careful with that. That's a lot of damage. Anti-Mage almost dies, actually. So you cannot underestimate Medusa's damage.
I just feel like the word almost is going to be used a lot in this game, though, for that. Medusa, sure, tons of damage right now, but there's no way to keep people in it.
That's a continuing issue, and there are items to try to help that cause. Specifically, a Scythe comes to mind, but you know who the hell's getting that at this point?
Yeah, they're all prohibitively expensive.
Yeah, Medusa up there in the net worth, but it really drops off after him. So that's not coming anytime soon. And Enigma, what the hell does Enigma? Okay, he's just sitting on gold. That's why 4,400 gold saved up. So keep looking at him, expecting to see a new item, and He just likes sitting on the gold for now. Ags finished on Necrophos, the Reaper's Scythe. That much shorter of a cooldown now.
I think Enigma's debating right now, more than likely between like Refresher, Shiva's, maybe even Sheepstick.
Octarine Core, I know we see sometimes too. Just in general for the shorter cooldown, but yeah, not having a stopper, a double black hole does sound pretty damn good.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
It also seems unnecessary though at the same time. It's like one black hole's enough. That's where maybe the Shivas would be better.
It's not so much for the double black hole as the risk of ruin on a black hole that, oh, you blanked one, oh no, well, we can still fight. Or we wasted it on a Lich, but hey, we have another one.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Well, Anti-Mage pushing the top, or the bottom tier 2. The Abyssal Blade's almost finished. He's just buying it out here. He is obviously not scared of dying, and he has the Aegis anyways for the time being, so. Rubik jumps in. Look at the immediate response. And Rubik, that lift was for nothing. 80 seconds, he's dead for. HellRaisers is just ready to go. So yet again, they lose their only sort of initiation. For now, another minute here. As the push continues, Anti-Mage up top. He's going to keep the split push pressure. The team tries to make away bottom, so there you go. He goes up top. The Lich Armor is up. Kaiser. He's feeling a little bit of damage from Monkey King. He goes on him, though, and explodes him with the Mana Void. Gets the kill. Illidan is going to take out Anti-Mage. Just popping the Aegis. Meanwhile, bottom lane, wards are down. Buyback from Monkey King. Illidan comes back down here. They are going to lose the top melee racks most likely. Kaiser still beating. Oh, that Lich Armor, and it's backdoor now, actually. So it's not going to go down just yet. It does come off a backdoor. And invulnerability will delay it a little bit longer.
Black hole.
Did he catch a couple? He did. Reaper Scythe does not kill Medusa, though. She pops a Stone Gaze after the fact, and here we go. Wukong's command. Force Staff out, though. Supernova in their face, but the Force Staffs are strong, man, on this Radiant side, keeping everyone alive. Meanwhile, during all of this, again, Kaiser not only got the top melee racks, he takes out the mid tower, and HellRaisers is just going to kind of reset now.
Yeah, all they lost was the Rasta. That was just fine for them.
So I'm going to reset.
There's really just no way they lose this game.
Seeming like that. It's a it's one of those you definitely have to see a bit of throw from SF, or from more so from HellRaisers, going in one by one for whatever reason. But the way they're playing pretty fluid, knowing their game plan and how they're going to win this game.
If there was one more stun, then Medusa does enough damage they could probably burst Kaiser. But they just don't have the amount of CC they need to get it done. And with that, it means he can just poke around in the base as much as he wants. I actually would be fine if you just go Heart instead of this MKB queued up and never fight anybody. He could just blink in, hit buildings, blink out.
Well, for now, he's committed towards the MKB. That's something I could definitely think about. More gold just being pulled up. Octarine Core was the choice on Enigma, by the way, so he actually just ends up going that instead. That cooldown reduction, that with the level 15 talent. I do it occasionally. But that Black Hole cooldown now only 100 seconds. You also got the spawning of the Eidolons. Obviously Midnight Pulse, and then Malphus. Even under a 10-second stun here. Middle lane, uh-oh. Medusa's going to explode. Mana Rift? Mana Rift? No?
It's not enough damage.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't have a massive mana pool.
The 600 mana talent definitely doesn't help, though.
That's true. Yeah, going up against an Anti-Mage, you kind of wonder if he should have passed up on that. Considering, but he has it. Anti-Mage.
Yeah. On the flip side of that coin, though, the extra mana saved him from the last Reapers, so it's definitely a trade-off.
Yeah, that's true.
Man. This game could potentially go like an hour and a half if HellRaisers doesn't just, like, take an opening.
Well, they're going to try to find an opening here. There we go. Jump. There's the response of the lift. Illidan, though, he's dead. He has
got
buyback.
Pablo, too.
The Black Hole. Did that catch anyone? No. Well, that was Unfortunate black hole from Kid. You mentioned Pablo down to the miss at that too. Earth Spirit goes down. The gem drops. But 3-3 will go in to pick it up and 4 staff away.
There is a Dagon and an Ags on this Necker right now.
Oh, you're right. Dagon level 2. Who's that? That's Lich. They catch him. Kaiser blinking out. Kid goes back with a stun, but has to get away pretty quickly. Phoenix is bursted 130 seconds. Phoenix is out for.
Are under attack.
Meanwhile, look at where Kaiser is. He's just backdooring, going on the melee racks. And now he turns to us like, all right, Medusa, this is a dieback. There's the GG. So when he said that, I was like, oh, God, don't say it's true. And then they finish it right after. So
Yeah, they just had to have somebody take the opening, and it was just Kaiser with a Blink Abyssal Blade setting that all up. They had the tools there. It's just they were playing it a little slow for a minute, but they were just waiting to find their time.
yeah. And they eventually do. All right. So we got a game 3. We're going to make a point to get into it ASAP here. Running a little bit behind schedule. Do have one more series even after this, so want to keep things rolling, of course. But SFT couldn't do enough. HellRaisers tied up at 1 apiece. 10-0-2 Anti-Mage. That's always going to look good. Kaiser played it well. And going to a game 3. So again, guys, I'm BreakyCPK, joined by ZrRock. Our SkinCoin WCA coverage will continue. Real quickly, if you type !SkinCoin in chat, you can check out the latest giveaway that we're currently running, as well as if you go to skincoin.org, you can check out the latest cryptocurrency on the esports market. You can trade in your favorite Dota 2 and even CSGO skins. Again, that's skincoin.org. Okay, guys, game number 3 coming up next. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.